Thank you for coming back to Module 7, Networking Part 2. Let's get started. Authentication, user's name and a strong password. Biometrics, as you remember, we were talking about biometrics being, it could be your eye, it could be your retina, it could be your voice. Firewall enforces a set of rules about what data packets will be allowed to enter or leave a network computer. Hardware firewalls. A hardware firewall is a physical device that is attached to your network. Software firewalls. Software firewall is installed on each of your computer's phones and or tablets. And as you can see, they talk a little bit about encryption. But in order for encryption to work properly, you have to have a key to decrypt the algorithm that's been sent. So normally the key is sent to the end user prior to the message being sent. This is how encryption works. And of course, you see a star setup going out to the internet, going through a router to feed the, going through a modem to feed the internet. Network attached storage, or NAS devices, are hard drives that are connected directly to the network in a central location for strong programs and data on large and small networks. Specified users who can view the files as well as view and make the changes to the file. You can also turn on network encryption so that information from files being transmitted on the network cannot be intercepted by others. Encryption is the process of converting data into so that it is unrecognizable when it is transmitted on a network or stored on a storage device, except to users who enter the correct password. Ensure that the wireless network support encryption so that data cannot be intercepted easily by others. Encrypted wireless networks often use wireless network keys to encrypt data sent between devices. One common type of encryption on a home router is WPA2. When network neutrality is enforced, ISPs must provide the same level of service to all websites, regardless of their content or purpose. A pro on that is that access to the website cannot be restricted based on the factors such as content or bandwidth requirements. A con to that is the ability for users to access high bandwidth content might result in slower internet speeds for others who are also connecting to the internet using the same ISPs. Without net neutrality, ISPs could charge more for those wanting access to content, requiring more resources, and less to those who require access to less resource intensive services. Network standards specify the way computers access a network and the types of hardware used in data transmission speeds, and the types of cables and wireless technology used. For computers and devices to successfully communicate on a network, they must support the same network standards. PoE, Power over Internet. Electric power is passed along with data on a twisted pair. Ethernet enables, yeah, Ethernet cable, uh, twisted pair Ethernet cabling. This allows a single cable to provide both data connection and electrical power to devices such as the wireless access point, ISP, IP cameras, and voice over IP phones. So the same power is going to be transmitted to all the devices that are connected to it. And Ethernet is how most wired networks are set up. phone line or home P&A, and power lines. Networks using telephone lines to connect computers and devices is an industry standard for interconnecting computers within a home using existing telephone lines and registered jacks. Multiple computers users in a home can share a single internet connection, open or copy files from different computers, share printers, and play multi-user computer games. Wi-Fi is set up for home and small business networks. LTE is voice and data transmitted on cellular networks. LTE stands for long-term evolution, and it is sometimes referred to as 4G Lite. It is a standard for wireless data transmission that allows you to download your favorite music, websites, and video really fast, much faster than you could with the previous technology or 3G. Computers communicating with each other on a network must follow the same set of rules for exchanging information or protocols. So rules are called protocol in IT. TCP/IP, or Transmission Control Protocol, Internet Protocol, is actually two different protocols, and they handle certain portions of the information. Cellular networks, millions of people use their mobile phones to access the internet. Cellular networks can provide internet services in most locations where cellular service is offered. 4G and 5G networks provide higher speed data transmission. In addition to protocols for LANs, WANs, and MANs, there are other wireless protocols that support close distance communication. So you have Bluetooth. These are devices communicating with each other over a short range, no more than probably about 30 feet or 9 meters. RFID, or radio frequency identification, radio signals transmitted through antennas often found in toll booth transponders or embedded chips in animals. NFC, or near field communication, used in credit cards, smartphones, and tickets to facilitate close range communication. And IRDA, remote controls or other data transmission within close proximity, technology used to control the TV set with a remote control. So, connecting to network devices. Setting up and connecting to a home wireless network may vary depending on the network hardware size of the home and the devices to be connected. Purchase a modem or a separate wireless router and connect it to your home's internet service. Enable the wireless network, configure the name of the network, configure a wireless network key, enable each device wireless functionality. On the device, search for and connect the wireless network. Enter the wireless network key. Okay, now these are all steps for setting up a wireless network at your home, and they would do the same thing in a small business. Just remember, you must change the password that the original router came in with. If you don't, there are websites out there that publish every basic factory key that's out there. So if you don't do that, other folks will be able to infiltrate your network. Wi-Fi hotspots, Wi-Fi networks that are available in a public place. Mobile hotspots enable one to connect a phone, computer, or other devices to the network through a cellular network. Many smartphones contain mobile hotspots functionality. Although cellular providers may charge an extra fee to use it, and any data transmitted or received through the hotspot will be added to the overall data usage. Safety precautions for wireless networks. Change the administrative password for your router. All right. Change the wireless network name for the default. These are all good things. Enable encryption and choose a secure wireless network key that is difficult to guess. Regularly change your wireless network key. Regularly review the number of devices connected to your network. Enable and configure the MAC address control feature, and choose a secure location for your wireless router. Regularly perform router firmware updates. Alrighty, that takes us to the end of the network portion of this. When we come back, we will be covering the other parts. See you then.